حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح
الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Today's topic, seems it's a popular title, Sex, Drugs and Rock and Roll. Actually the title is supposed to have a small subtitle underneath it. Or is there more to life? Sex, drugs and rock and roll, or is there more to life? Now, what today's talk is not about, what it's not about, is me going through the Islamic rulings on illicit sexual intercourse, the psychological, the sociological problems and evils that such a thing causes. This talk is not about me going through the Islamic ruling on drugs and drink and all forms of intoxication and why they are haram and all the psychological, physical and sociological detrimental effects that intoxication has upon the individual and the society and the family. This talk is not about the rulings from the Quran and the Sunnah as to why music is haram and what are the detrimental effects on the individual and the soul concerning music. This talk is about something much more fundamental than that. This talk is about sex, drugs and rock and roll as a philosophy, as an ideology, as a mentality, as a way of thinking and a way of living and an attitude to life. Because that's what it is. When we say sex and drugs and rock and roll, it is a catchphrase. A catchphrase for a particular mentality, a particular viewpoint on life that people have. And this is what we want to talk about. Because this stands for an attitude to life that says there's no hellfire, there's no paradise, there's no day of judgment, there's no God. You have one life, so you might as well live it. You've got one short little life, and you're not going to have another one. When you're dead, the worms are going to eat you. That's it. So you might as well enjoy life. Have fun. And how are you going to have fun? Sex, drugs and rock and roll. This is the mentality and the ideology of the Western society in which we live. The Western society, which is the consumer society. The Coca-Cola culture. Because we don't live in a Christian country. Australia is not a Christian country. England, Europe, they are not Christian countries. These are countries that have adopted a secularist outlook. In other words, as far as they are concerned, God and religion have nothing to do with the way they run their lives, they run their governments, and they run their business. Religion is your own personal thing. Do it if you want to. But don't get it involved in business. Don't get it involved in politics. But it's more than that, and it's more far-reaching than that. Because this society preaches and teaches a particular attitude to life, a particular outlook. And that outlook is that the way to be successful in life, the way to get through life, the way to be happy is by surrounding yourself with the material possessions. Buy this, have this, drink this, take that, have this car, take this holiday. And if you surround yourself with enough of these things, you will reach happiness. And so you see, we are bombarded 24 hours a day, 365 days a year with these images, this propaganda, this brainwashing that takes place. Have this, buy this, drink this. And look at the adverts. Look at the advertisements. And you will see the message that they are conveying. We used to have an advert in England. It was an advertisement for Bacardi, for those innocent individuals who don't know what Bacardi is. It's a type of alcoholic drink called rum. It's a brand name. And the advert for Bacardi, this was about 5 years ago, they had one of these big posters, huge ones, about the size of the stage. And on the poster was a blue sky, blue seas, white sands, palm trees hanging down, 2 bikini-clad girls walking down the beach. And the caption read, "A rainy Sunday night in Peckham if you're drinking Bacardi." A rainy Sunday night in Peckham if you're drinking Bacardi. A rainy night, which is the worst type of weather. The worst type of weather is the night when it is raining. Certainly it is in England anyway. Sunday is the worst day of the week, because Monday you have to go back to work, back to the 9 to 5, back to the grind. The weekend is finished, and it's Sunday night. And worst of all, you're in Peckham. And Peckham, it's a place in London. It is a really nasty place in London. A really grim, horrible... So I used to live there, actually. And I tell you, they couldn't have chosen a better place to name. You know, it's one of those places, if you live there, it makes you wish you emigrated to Australia. Right? It's that bad. No. Australia is a very nice place. So, a rainy Sunday night in Peckham. But if you're drinking Bacardi, what will be like? Everything will be fine. It'll be like you're in paradise. Because that's what the picture says. Paradise. So you drink this drink, and you'll be happy. The Coca-Cola culture, they call it. You see the adverts for Coca-Cola? You see them. There they are, drinking nice, cool, ice-cool Coke. Who? This beautiful, nubile woman. Blonde hair, perfect features, perfect shaped body. Similarly, a man, rippling muscles, his six-pack, his arms rippling, brown, tanned, and the ice-cool Coke, and you're going, whoa, I want some of that. It's not the Coca-Cola you want. Because, I mean, what's Coca-Cola? It's sugar and caramel and caffeine, right? It's the image that's in front of you. That beautiful woman. That happy, smiling people drinking the nice, cool, ice cool Coke. And Coke is it. Coke is life. But what's the reality? What's the reality?
The reality is, of course, if you drink Coke, you get fat. You don't look young and beautiful. It doesn't give you a six-pack, it gives you an enormous belly. But it's not selling you a product, it's selling you a lifestyle. It's selling you a mentality. What are they telling you? Drink this and you'll be like that. Have this and you'll be like that. Drink Bacardi, you'll be in paradise. Drink our drink, you'll be so happy. Buy our car, and along with it, you know, you see the beautiful woman, the perfect family, whatever it may be. This is how they sell their products, but they're not only selling products, they're selling a philosophy of life. They're selling a mentality. That is these material things they're telling you that is going to make you successful and going to make you happy. And just like Coca-Cola, it's alive. It's alive. Wealth does not equal happiness. Wealth does not equal success. These material things do not necessarily in any way make you happy. In fact, the whole of this is an illusion. It's a religion, in fact. It's a religion. Like any other religion. It has its priests. It has its gods. It has its acts of worship and devotion that you give to these gods. They have their prophets or prophetesses. It has its theologians. We have the theory of evolution. The theory of evolution is one of the great theological justifications for the materialistic society, because basically the theory of evolution is telling you what? What's it telling us? That basically we came from monkeys, right? Or to be more accurate, we and monkeys share our ancestry from a common primate. But basically, we came from the monkeys, right? There's no God that created us. We don't need a God, we just evolved. Bit by bit, stage by stage. So basically, what are we? We are basically, according to this theory, advanced monkeys. Really, we're animals. Basically, we're animals. Slightly advanced, but we're animals. And they keep on telling us they never tire. We share 98% of our genes with gorillas. Or if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, 99% of your genes. If you're President Clinton, 100%. So that's what they tell us. We are basically advanced monkeys. Right? And how do you make a monkey happy? How do you make a monkey a happy monkey? Give the man monkey a woman monkey. Right? Give him some bananas. And keep him safe from predators. And basically, this constitutes the be-all and end-all of what is important in the life of a monkey. So similarly, the Western society, the consumer society, the materialistic society that believes that fundamentally man